Hey folks, welcome back to another episode of Chau Time Reviews. Today we'll be taking a look at the KWA ATP. So a little background for you folks. I'm a big fan of the G series. KWA, KSC, G series. I've owned practically all of them. I've had 17s, 18Cs, 19s, 23Fs, 34s. I kind of strayed away from the 26Cs, but I did own one at one point. So the KWA ATP is actually their workaround of the potential issue of trademarks and copyright when it comes to the G series. It's essentially the same system, but in a different frame. Now the ATP stands for Adaptive Training Pistol because it emulates a lot of the striker fire type firearms out there, because this looks like it fits a G series holster, it looks like an M&P, an XDM, like it has a bunch of little nuances that's mixed in here, so this is what comes out of it. Now to my understanding, there have been two iterations of the ATP, and you can pretty much tell them apart by the logo that is on the left side of the replica. This one is laser engraved, denoting that it is Gen 2. That is from my understanding. If I'm incorrect, please correct me down in the comments below and I'll make a follow-up video if necessary. Gen 1 has adaptive training pistol that is pretty much like painted on, sort of. It's definitely not laser engraved, and I've owned both Gen 1 and Gen 2, and I have to tell you guys, Gen 1 sucked so badly. Me and a bunch of my friends jumped on the ATP bandwagon when it first came out. We rode the hype train and it crashed into a wall and burned miserably. It was just so bad. We were having so many issues with it, and we don't know why, because essentially it's just a rebody G series system. The KSC KWA G series system is really spot on. Like I've never had a really major issue with it in my experience. All of my G series based replicas have shot field legal at Tactical Airsoft Arena underneath 300 with a .25 grain BB. So, and the recoil is crisp. The gas efficiency is amazing, amazingly phenomenal. So there's no big, I thought I couldn't go wrong. But the Gen 1 ATP was, I was having sear issues, like magazine lockups, slide lock issues, just a bunch of issues that I thought I bought a lemon and I chalked it up to it. Okay, no big deal. I bought a lemon, I have money, so I can comfortably afford another one. So if I fix up the old one, I can go dual wield. Yeah. But as it turns out, that was poo-poo as well. My second Gen 1 ATP was poo-poo. So I had to sell it. So Gen 2 was released and I was kind of stoked. Gen 2 was released around a few months before the ATP Auto was released, meaning that the ATP Auto is a rebodied G18C, so it's in the ATP body. So Gen 2 came out and it solved a lot of the problems that I had with the Gen 1. So right now I have one ATP Gen 2 in my Glock box at home. No complaints there. It works just like any other full-size G series replica. It fits in all my G series based holsters, from Serpas to in waistbands to like just the soft nylon belt holsters. So no complaints there. The G series internally is really reliable. Don't expect a lot of blowback because their slides, KWA claims that it's a zinc alloy metal slide. So it's lightweight, so you're not going to get much of a kick. You're not going to get much recoil. However, because it's so light, it's really gas efficient as well. One magazine holds, I believe, 23 plus 1 in the chamber. You can go through 2.5 mags in one fill of green gas. KWA claims that this has the NS2 system and it shoots 350 FPS with 0.2 gram BBs and it's designed for 0.25 gram BBs or heavier. I don't find that to be true because I play with this indoors, and even during the summer, I'm still shooting field legal at Tactical Airsoft Arena. So just keep that in mind if you want to make a purchase. There are mods internally that you can do to make it shoot a little bit harder at a higher FPS, but I mean, that'll void your warranty. So just keep that in mind. Overall, I rate the KWA ATP 2.5 out of 5 cans of clam chowder. That's because the Gen 1, to me, in my personal opinion, was a flop. The Gen 2 did greatly improve upon it. However, there are multiple aspects that KWA can improve upon this replica, such as the hop-up and the material that the slide is made out of. No complaints here. It's overall still a very reliable and fun replica to use. However, I feel that there are other replicas out there that can give you a better bang for your buck. So just keep that in mind. If you like what you saw here, don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe. Leave a comment down below to let me know what you think about the KWA ATP, on what replica I should overview next. I'd like to thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time. Ciao.